What's up, everybody? Back on the channel, doing some craziness today. We decided we didn't like the cowl vents on the hood. 66. This is the idea of what it was like. So I just cut them out. Done. I didn't get a video cutting them out because I kind of suck at remembering to record. But here's the piece I cut out. Trash, not using it. I'm gonna actually make a filler panel for this, which I will start recording and showing you guys all the footage of that. I've gotta get the size down first, then go ahead and English wheel it, get it to the curve I need. It has a complex curve. There's a curve going this way, as well as a curve going this way. So it's gonna take a little bit of finesse, a little bit of work. I'm gonna go ahead and prep this area around the area I cut out. Obviously I'm gonna prep it so that way I can weld it without any issues. Make sure that it's nice and flat. Basically, we're out here in Arizona. We don't need wipers. It doesn't rain that often. You know, this car isn't gonna be getting driven in the rain and all kinds of craziness. This is a show car / street car. This is the other windshield wiper. I'll go ahead and I'll end up probably putting a little piece of sheet metal in here, weld it up real quick. That way I can hole saw this and get the perfect size that I need with the hole saw. Instead of trying to cut and fit this the easiest way. Sometimes it's easier just to do a little bit more work to get a little bit less pain in the ass, per se. So, like I said, deleting the windshield wipers, don't need them. Get rid of the cowl vents. This is gonna have vintage air or resto mod, so everything is inside the cab of the car, so none of this stuff is necessary. But yeah, so first big thing was cutting it. It's the biggest, always the scariest part, but as you guys know, I tend to make some magic out of nothing, so let's get cracking on it. Let me clean this up real quick and then we'll go ahead and start doing templates and getting all that dialed in. Real quick, guys, before I get into doing all the cutting and grinding and all that good stuff, I wanted to take a quick second and give a shout out to a couple of my sponsors. Got some killer products. I want you guys to go check them out. You know, I wouldn't wear stuff, or I wouldn't recommend stuff that I wouldn't wear, and I wear this stuff daily, guys, and it kicks ass. So first up, the Benchmark Abrasives Grinding Hood. Dude, this thing has saved my butt many times. I went to urgent care with shavings in my eye probably like 4 times last year. And I've tried everything. Goggles, I've tried safety glasses, I've tried it all. None of that stuff works. And obviously it's kind of just a hazard of the job. But with this hood, I've cut a lot of that stuff down. It comes up over your head, around the sides. You can wear a respirator with it. I don't. I know I should, but I don't. It's uncomfortable. But they also have a big bundle. I think the hood, flap discs, and cutoff wheels for a killer price. I have a discount code too. I'll put it down below. It's Mario Fab 10. Gets you 10% off your whole entire order. They ship fast, good prices, all that stuff, guys. They got everything you need. I have a whole wall full of abrasives from them. So go check them out. Again, the grinding hood, pretty much one size fits all. I got a ginormous head, as you can tell, and it fits great. The next thing, the boys over at Defiant Metal. Dude, these gloves are the business. These are the fabricator gloves. I use them for pretty much everything. You can weld in them, you can cut, grind. I grab a lot of dirty steel. Here, this is a brand new pair. They just sent me an awesome order, but here's my old pair. I've been rocking these bad boys for probably 6 months daily, and I have one hole in the finger. They still got 2 holes. Shut up. So killer gloves, guys. They got the fabricator gloves. They just sent me a whole box of these, guys. The pink TIG welding gloves. I can't wait to use these. They're actually pretty cool looking. They've got white TIG gloves. We'll see if I use those. And then they also have, hold on a second. They have the cowhide brown MIG gloves. These are awesome. I wear them all the time. And then they've also got a cool product because I don't like to wear long sleeves. The Kevlar sleeves. You can toss these on real quick, grind, weld, all that stuff. And not an issue with them. There's no holes in them yet, no nothing. You know, these things work pretty good. So make sure to head over to their website. I'll put their website and Benchmark's website in the bio along with my discount code. And get yourself some good equipment, guys. That's the key to running this business and not having torn up hands. All right, you guys, so what we've got here is, I'm pushing stuff out of the way. So here's the template that I cut out, or the vent that I actually cut out. And then all I did was basically, on a larger sheet of paper, I had it flipped over like this. And on the ends, I just pushed it up tight so it follows the profile of the cowl panel. I got my width left to right, pretty spot on. I gave it just a little bit of wiggle room because when I English wheel this, it's gonna kind of take its little shape. So I wanted to make sure that I have more than enough rather than too little. Too little means that the panel doesn't fit and it's got big gaps, and I'm not trying to weld big gaps on thin sheet metal. That's how you leave yourself plenty of room to warp, twist, all this kind of stuff that we don't want. So I cut it, like I said, out of a full sheet of construction paper. I bought the construction paper at Staples. It's right down the street. You can get it pretty much anywhere. Office Max, Office Depot, Staples, all that stuff. I think they're like $10 for a pack of 10 or 15 sheets. So then now I got it traced out with a Sharpie. I cut it out with a razor blade. And now I found a piece of sheet metal that's gonna work for what we need to do. This is 18 gauge P&O. So to maximize the material that I have, I'll just go ahead and put it very close to the top up here. And then again, I bought these magnets, I think like Ace Hardware or something like that, but they work great. I took this trick from Make It Custom. His channel's got some really good useful information for fabricators. And so then I just put it all out. And what this does is help me keep the template to the sheet metal. So that way I'm not moving it or anything like that, because this is gonna be my final size of the material. So if I mess it up or my Sharpie mark's not quite right, that means that when it comes to rolling this and English wheeling and all this stuff, that it may not be the right size or the fitment might be bad. So from there, we'll go ahead, we'll just mark this, follow this all the way around. Okay, now we've got pretty good marking, get my magnets gathered back up, try to keep these things as clean as possible. And back in the little plastic case. Then, here we go. So I went to the very top. I can cut that out, that's fine, that's, you know, remnants. But that leaves me this other sheet right here. So I can make another one, or I can use it for other sheet metal around the shop. Go ahead and give it a mark. I'm gonna wrap up. It's already, you know, 5:15 p.m. So I'm gonna wrap up for the day, but so I don't get lost or anything like that, we'll put just give it, and then, all right, and of course, left-handed, I smudge everything, but this is my cowl panel, and then we'll go ahead and mark this piece. It's a good idea. A lot of you guys following me, you guys might be fabricators, you guys might be getting into the trade, this and that. It is a phenomenal idea to go ahead and make templates of everything. Paper templates for everything, so that way you have them. So if you ever have a project that comes back again, you know, I do a lot of Novas, so if I have another 66 or 67 that comes in and they're like, hey, I don't want the cowl vents either, I have a template. I can go ahead and just put this on there and cut that piece out, and then boom, transfer the steel, cut the steel out, bam, we're ready to put another piece in there. Saves you a lot of time. I do it on pretty much every single thing that I have that comes in the shop, whether it be firewalls, lower door rocker panels, all kinds of different parts. Just because the fact that when another car does come in, I can get the job done faster and just the same as I did it on a previous car. So templates, guys, make sure that you guys are using them. Make sure that you guys keep them. This will go in my little template panel drawer. You guys just need to walk over to it, and it'll be forgotten about until I can use it next time. And on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. I will get back on some filming tomorrow. I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna roll it and start getting my idea of what my template is gonna look like, or what my patch panel is gonna look like. So I'll keep you guys up to date and keep filming tomorrow. So have a good night, guys. What is up, guys? We're back on the channel. I got a lot of progress done. I totally forgot to record, so forgive me, guys. But basically, I just cut this down to size on my shear, these outer edges. And then on the inside here, I use my hand shears because I can get this inner angle, which you can't do on a pneumatic stomp shear. I went ahead and I hit it with my English wheel to get a little bit of texture, or a little bit of shape, as you guys can see. And so now what I'm going to do is basically this will fit up in here nice and tight, and what I'll do is I'll work my way down this way, and you see how it's kind of putting a little hump in the center. As I tack, I'll get it nice and tight up in there, and then I can hammer and dolly this a little bit to get it to stretch back to where it needs to, or shrink back to where it needs to. I do need to put a slight bead roll in the very edge of the panel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now as well. And I'll just follow this edge right here to make that bead roll, and then yeah, then we can start tacking it in. guys, we're back, and I've got the Cowl delete panel pretty much tacked in very heavily. So let me come around to the side. So pretty much basically from what I just recorded in the time lapse, you know, I had to do some playing around here because the contour wasn't exactly the same. So let me back out. So I tacked it up along the top to get it sat where I needed to, and then kind of played with these sides until I got them where I wanted. Tacked them, did a little bit of hammering on them, and then across this front here, it was a little bit long, and that was kind of to be expected. I made it a little bigger because I didn't want to have a mishap where I had too much of a gap. You know, over here you can see there's a decent sized gap, but I wanted to make sure that this back out real quick. I wanted to make sure that this lip stayed where it needed to, because that's where the hood seats up against, so I don't need a bunch of crazy gaps. So yeah, pretty much now I'm just gonna give it a little bit of grind down on all these tacks that I have, double check where I need to do a little bit of hammer and dollying, and then I'll go back through, do another set of tacks, and basically the whole same thing, doing stack tacks, I guess you could call it, to get this piece of sheet metal in there nice and smooth. And then from there, I'll grind it all down, blend it all out, and boom, we'll have a really nice looking cowl. All right, everybody, we're back. We are day 2 or 3 on the Nova, on the cowl vent. We're gonna go ahead and finish up welding everything up, and then we'll go back through, grind it all down, and then we'll start metal finishing it. Get a couple of dents out, make sure everything's nice and smooth, get it sanded, so if I get all these scratches out. This was just done with 40. I just wanted to kind of keep it clean. I'll grind everything down on a 36, real light. Then I'll take it down to like 80, 120. Then I'll DA it with 80, and then see where we go from there. But yeah, otherwise it looks pretty good. It's coming out really nice and smooth, and should be pretty kick-ass when it's done. So stay tuned. Put you guys in on time lapse. Start welding, start grinding, then I'll be back to you guys with the finished product. right, guys. So that is a wrap on the Cowl vent delete. I still have a couple little things I'm gonna do left. Like over here, I'm not quite satisfied with how the fit up is, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the air file, cut it down a little bit, grind the basically get the tacks broken free, and then realign it. Right here, you guys see I still have the windshield wiper, so I'll go ahead and get that cut out and filled in. But for the main part, I wanted to show you guys the big part of the fabrication aspect of this. I've got her all nice and smooth for the most part. You know, nothing that a little bit of bodywork can't fix. Let's see, the front lip is nice and smooth, so the hood will fit nice. It'll be a nice even gap. It looks good from the top going across. You know, we're good up along the top up here. And yeah, so in that last video, what I did was I hit it with the DA to knock down the big rough scratches. And then I went back with 120 on a sanding block and basically just put some scratch marks in there, give it a nice, you know, an even texture. From there, if you wanted to get a little bit crazier, you could do, you know, a stronger grit. I did 80 on a DA sanding pad. But what you could do is you could hit it at like 120, or you could hit it with 220 if you wanted to get it extremely perfect. In this case, everything is going to get stripped back down and it's going to get bodywork, so I'm not necessarily concerned with getting that finite with the detail. But yeah, so from here, basically, like I said, I'm just going to cut this, you know, 2-inch little gap right here. I'll get this windshield wiper cut out. And then by that time, we should be ready for the next video, which hopefully will be putting on the front clip from Church Boys. I just talked to them. We're about probably a week, maybe a week and a half at max. It is done. It is already on a pallet. So just waiting for the shipper, and you know, that's coming from Ohio. So, you know, we got a couple of days. But yeah, super excited for that. Then I can start doing brakes. I can set the motor, set the tranny. And yeah, start doing suspension, getting it all dialed, making this look like a real car now. So stay tuned. Like I said, like I've said in a bunch of videos, a bunch of good stuff coming up. So I want you guys to stay tuned. Also, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. On my website, I do have my Murillo Fabworks t-shirts on the site. These are the new design. Logo on the chest, logo on the back, no phone number. These are 25 from small to XL, $30 for 2X and above. I know, big guys, I'm sorry. I'm a 2X myself, so. I do have some tank tops. If you guys want to take a look at those are on the site. I still got the stickers. I still got keychains. I will be working on some different stuff for summer, maybe some women's tanks. But yeah, also on the website, the shirts do say they're out of stock, but you can still order them. I don't know, I gotta get with the website editor to figure out how to get that taken off of there. But I do have plenty of them, guys, so make sure to go cop some merch. If you like the video, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it with your friends. And if you guys are on my Instagram page, I am gonna start working the details out on the giveaway, so stay tuned with that. I've got a couple of partners. I'm gonna do a giveaway bundle with Defiant Metal, so gloves. I'm gonna do, Benchmark is gonna be in that too. So who knows, I'm working out the details with them. Maybe we get you guys out a hood and some abrasives so you guys can get going and kind of use what I've taught you guys to apply it to your own projects. As well as I'll be giving away some merch, some stickers, some good stuff like that. So be on the lookout for those details. And if you're not following my Instagram page, it's Murillo Fabworks. If you type it in, it'll be the same logo on my YouTube channel as it is on my Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, but I try to stay up to date with that, but I'm terrible at it. It's just not as friendly of a user app that I'd like. So Instagram and YouTube are my primary. So make sure to go check those out. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it.